Good morning, dear children. Today we are going to learn about the new chapter. Chapter number 3, Diversity in Living Things and Their Classification. In this lesson, we are seeing the diversity in the animals and the plants. Again, their classification also along with it. So, before going to that, just can you recall in which sphere of the earth do living thing exist? In first lesson only we have seen that spheres, that atmosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, that three spheres. Yes, so in that all three sphere the living things are present, or living things can exist. So if you are taking the geographical condition at different places on the earth are very different. The condition means some places they are cool, some are very hot, some are rainy, like this the places are on the earth. We find that the living thing exists in all diverse condition, means according to condition the plant and animals both they are changed, they are adjusting to that environment. When we live in a certain place we adjust to the conditions there, means we can adjust the surrounding, rainy season, hot season. Yes, so according to that the plants are again different, their shapes are different and colors are different, again their habitat is different, all things are different according to the their condition. Various types of living things have survived because of their ability to adjust themselves to the condition in their surrounding. This is very important. The living things are survived because they are adjusting to themselves to the condition in the surroundings. Now, first we will see the diversity in the plants. Are the plants and animals that have seen all alike? Both and plants and animals are same? No. Means there are different variety of plant is different, animals are different, again in plants so many different varieties are there, and animals also have different variety. Diversity in the plants, various types of diversity in the plants means what? Variety of the plants. If various types of plants are found in many places around us, if nowadays our school is closed, but if you are going from the Siddheshwar temples near to that lake, there are different varieties of the plants. If we go there, we can see there are so many varieties of plants are there. So don't go now. Now lockdown period is there. After when our school will open, that time you can check. Some plants like grass are short. Grass that is short, while other are tall and have a canopy. Some plants means some are very small, some are bigger. Like this, all are there. Some plants grow under water. Underwater going plants are there. Some they are floating on the water. We find that some plants grow even in the desert, but their shapes and their habitat is again different. So we find that there is a lot of varieties of in the same type of plant. Same type of plant also have different varieties. For example, there are different type of varieties of rice or wheat, different types of roses and mangoes of different flavors. If you are taking wheats or rice, there are different type of that. In that also basmati it is different, again HMT it is different, like these are different varieties of the rice are there. Wheats also different are there. And if you are taking roses it is simple example. If you are taking roses, that is are different colors. Yellow color is there, red color is there, pink color is there, means there is a different types of the plant in the same plant also. And mangoes also, mango season now only finished, in that also different flavors and different colors also different according to that, flavors also different of that. Some plants grow even without stems, leaves or roots. and these are very different from the ordinary plants. So let us study in this lesson we are going to learn about the diversity of the among plants. First, if you observe this picture, here only near to the lake the different varieties of plants are there. Yes, near to our Siddheshwar temple also like this only the varieties of plants are there. And now we can see that which are there. Plants make their own food in the sunlight, and such plants are called as autotrophic plants. If you are taking last lesson only we have studied that the plants have chlorophyll and they are making their own food with the help of photosynthesis. So such plants which they are making their own food, that plants are known as autotrophic plants. Means hibiscus is there, pomegranate is there, periwinkle is there, all the fruits plants, flowering plants, they all are coming in the autotrophic. But some plants like funguses, loranthis, dodder are the other plants for food are said to be the heterotrophics. Means they are not making their food, they are depending on the others, that are known as the heterotrophic. And even the some plants they can eat or they can consume insects also, so these they are known as the insectivorous. Like pitcher plant is there, these are the which can consume the insect only. Yes, you can see that picture on the net. If you are typing the insectivorous, there are different varieties of plants you can see, you can search on that net. Yes, so this here they shown that all plants which are that, here flowering plant they have shown, here some kind heterotrophic plants they have shown, again pitcher plant is there. Like this the three types of the plants are here we can classify. Means first what, autotrophic which they are making their own food. Next is heterotrophic, they are depending on the food for others. And third is the insectivorous. Insectivorous means what, which they are eating the insects only. Understood children? Yes. Next part, here next part is the what, the structure of a plant. Any plant if you are taking, you have to study the structure. Just see the plant structure generally divided into two parts. These two parts, the stems which grow above the ground and the roots which grow below the ground. This one part and this one part. Means the plant generally divided into two parts. This first what, the stem which grow above the ground and the root which is grow below the ground surface. Yes, so main part what it is, the root, this stem and the leaves are the main parts of the plant. In our body also, hand, legs, eyes, nose, like this the plants what main parts are there, root, stem and leaves are the main parts of the plant. From time to time the plant bears a flower for reproduction. Yes, these flower they are producing for the reproduction, and flowers you know that they are transferred into the fruits. Again fruits have inside the seeds, and that from that seeds we can give rise to a new plant. Like this the plant life cycle is going on. Again it will come and it will grow, again the main part it will come, stem, root, leaves, like this the plant life cycle is there. So in detail we will study first one. What it is first part? So first part is this. We will start with down. First root. So if you are saying root, the roots they are underground. Yes, any plants if you are taking the underground roots. So root hold the soil firmly and anchor the plant. Main is the holding of soil, and to the plant. So the main function of the roots, they can absorb the nutrient present in the soil, water also, and they are transmitting to the parts. But some roots are, means carrot and radish are also store their food and we are eating to them. So mainly root types are two. One is the tap root system and another is the fibrous root. So tap root, it is what, these branches like this, that example is hibiscus and banyan tree. And fibrous, it is small, so many branches are there like this, fibers are there, fibrous root. Onion, if you are seeing at home only, at the top of the onion you can see that fibrous root of the onion. Again grass, these all come in the fibrous root. So these are two types of that roots. Next one, next part is the stem. One by one we'll take this stem. So stem means the height and shape and the size of a plant depends upon the stem. So how it will grow, that only the height of the plant, shape like that, and size of the plant is depend upon the stem. So stem carries out the function of the production, conduction and storage of the food. So it has the function of reproduction. It gives support to the other part of the plant. Yes. So it can, what the function it is, it function of the production is there. Again conduction and storage of food is there, and it can the in the some plants it carries the function of reproduction also. If you are taking the rose example, if you cut the stem of the rose and put in the soil, then it will give the new plant. So in some plant it carry out the reproduction also. Again main it is give support to the other all parts of the plant. Yes, yes children. Next is a leaf. Yes, leaf. The leaf is a flat and it plays the role, you know that. What last lesson we have studied about the photosynthesis, means production of the food. Leaves means they are, why they are green we have discussed, because the in the leaves the chlorophyll is present and due to that they are making their own food. So leaves are mainly of two types, simple and compound leaves. Here they have shown simple structure, hibiscus. Hibiscus all over you are seeing that hibiscus, and rose it is compound. See their arrangement like this. The simple it is very simple and compound it is like this. Understood children? Next part it is flower. This is the most attractive part of the plant, because from flower you can get different colors and it attract to us. So many different varieties of plant flowers are there. So mainly it is connected to the stem only by the stalk. Small stalk is there. It may be some plants they have short or some plants they have long. A flower has a typical color and the shape. Now only I told that if you are taking rose, so many different shades of the colors are in the rose. Yes. So a flower has a typical color and the shape. The flower's main important function is the reproduction. So all the fruiting plants they give first flower, after that flower it is converted into the fruit, and after the fruits in that fruit seeds are there and it will give a new plant. Next last part is the fruit. So the fruits have different shapes. Yes, some fruits are circle, spheres like this, and some are different types of that. In that some are many seeded, some are less seeded like this. So fruit contains one or more seeds. Some fruits they contain only one, you know that, one's examples, and many seeds examples. You have to tell me that, write that. And the pods of beans and peas are actually fruits only. Peas, beans are also fruits. Means whenever the fruit plant is there, in that first flower it will come, and that flower it is converted into fruits, and from that fruits the seed come out and it will give rise to a new plant. So this is the structure of the plant. So in that main part, what? Root, stem, leaf, flower and fruit, all the function and this. So in this today's homework, what you have to do that? So you have to first draw the structure of the plant and write these all parts of the plant: stem, root, flower, leaf and roots in the detail. Understood? If any difficulty is there, you can ask me. Thank you.